Hello, I watched Shameless and I absolutely loved it. It shows how children in dysfunctional families grow up. Because my mom is so evil, I can totally relate to everybody in Shameless. Not just the children who grow up in poor families, but children who grow up in rich families also have issues. Like there were dysfunctional rich families in Shameless as well, along with dysfunctional poor families. That series will help everybody grow up. For this video, I'll talk mostly about Fiona. In the next videos, I'll talk about the other Gallagher kids. Fiona is the oldest child. She has daddy issues. She didn't have good role models for parents. Frank and Monica were her parents, and they were constantly abandoning the kids. So they didn't show this in the series about her childhood growing up. They showed Debbie's and Carl's childhood growing up, but they didn't show Fiona's childhood. But I guess this is what happened. So when she was home and when Frank and Monica were constantly abandoning her when she was very little, she still had Stockholm syndrome with, I think at least with Frank. She probably waited for him to come home. Children feel lonely and they want their parents. So although Frank is not a good guy, she probably kept wanting to see him, talk to him, and all of these things. But at that time, she didn't even have any idea if Frank was bad. And I too have Stockholm syndrome with my mother, though my mom is evil. I used to tell things about my school to my mom, though she constantly insulted me, because I didn't know she was a horrible person at that time. And because of that, she has daddy issues and mommy issues. She cannot select the right guy. She keeps cheating on men. And however, when they cheat on her, she becomes so heartbroken and upset and sometimes attacks them. She doesn't see the same thing in herself. But does that make Fiona a bad person? Everybody has their flaws. Fiona has so many positives. She is very generous. She gave good advices to her siblings. She raised them. She's very empathetic. She cares about her siblings. She is generous. When homeless people didn't have a place to stay, she offered her own apartment to them. Only a very generous person can do that. She's also very intelligent and street smart. When some poor people were trying to attack her building, she baits them with pizza and money. So when you show pizza and money to poor people who are hungry and starving, they'll obviously take the bait. So she got them to go away. Another time, when the homeless people tried to sue her, she burnt money in fire right in front of their face. If you're a very poor man and if you see money burning, it'll kill you. So she used that psychology on them and got rid of them. She also stands up for herself. She's not afraid of anybody. Like if anybody messes with her and she feels what they did to her is wrong, she will attack them. Like she will stand up to herself. For example, this other lady in the building created a bedbugs hoax. Fiona got to know about it and she tells her, if you don't text that guy and tell that it's a hoax, I'm gonna put bedbugs on your bed only to mess with you because I am not afraid of you. At the same time, she also takes insults from the other person if she feels she's in the wrong. For example, when she cheated on that guy's brother, sister comes and tells her, you're a horrible person. She doesn't attack. She knew like what she did was wrong. So she doesn't attack, she just takes it. She keeps telling herself that she is not a drug addict or an alcohol addict, but she overdoes them. She realizes that she is becoming an alcoholic, but she realizes when it's too late. For example, in Patsy's, she was drunk and rude with the customers, and she decided to give it up. She decided to have a fresh start, but it was too late. She got fired on that same day. And when she was cheating on this guy with his brother, she realizes that she was in the wrong and she scares him with a baseball bat, but it was too late. He had already told his brother and the damage was already done. Finally, towards the end, when she realizes she's becoming exactly like Frank, when she wakes up beside Frank, when she realizes she's becoming exactly like Frank, she hit the rock bottom. This realization not many children go through. Most of us are like our parents. It takes us a lot to realize that like if your parents are good people, then it's fine. If parents are bad people, it takes us a lot to hit the rock bottom, realize we are exactly like our parents, the ones we hate so much, and we don't want to be that person anymore. So towards the end of the series, she realized that, and I'm glad. And I hope she gets a good life after her departure. I like Fiona very much, and because Frank was her role model, yes, she has some qualities similar to Frank, but she's not exactly like Frank. She has empathy. She's as intelligent as Frank. She's as street smart as Frank, but because she has empathy, she doesn't con people like Frank does. Overall, I love Fiona.